and welcome back to my channel. My name's Nicole and here on We My Man I do lots of motherhood, lifestyle, cleaning and organisational videos. So if you like that kind of thing, make sure you hit the subscribe button to follow my channel and see more of this kind of content. Today's video, as you can tell by the title, is going to be things that I wish that I had bought for my baby when he was born, leading up to the pregnancy, and just things that I want to buy ready for the next baby whenever he or she does come along. I'm not pregnant. Not going to be pregnant for a while yet, but next time these items are high on my wish list. I'm going to split these items into two categories: things that I 100% am going to buy next time, and then some other things that are a little bit pricey that maybe I could live without, that I don't 100% need but would just make everything a little bit more easier and more comfortable for me. So let's get straight into it. First on my list of things that I will 100% be buying next time is a baby sling. We bought one from TK Maxx. I thought it was an ergo carrier and I saw it for a really good price, down to like £60, and I thought that is what we need, let's buy it. Bought it and it was only like a year after, I think this is one of the main things that we bought early on, I realised that it was not an ergo baby carrier and it was just a TK Maxx find. It wasn't the one that I wanted. I'm kind of kicking myself that I wish that I'd done a lot more research into it. I just knew that ergo was a good name and I just instantly thought to buy it. Basically what I wish that I had bought was a sling. A sling, so in the very early days when they're very tiny, he or she can just be attached to me. This would have just been made, like those early newborn days, just so much easier for both me and the baby. So next time we will definitely be buying one of those, and then also an actual baby carrier, so the baby wearers where they can go on your front, you can turn them around so they are facing, and then when that maybe can even go like a multi-way one that will go onto the back as well. So they are something that I will 100% be buying next time. Please let me know down in the comments any of your recommendations, where to buy them from. Something that I was not aware of, when I went to one of my NCT groups, somebody told me that in the UK we have something called a Sling library. I had no idea about this. Where was this information when I was pregnant? So basically they are organisations around the UK, like your NCT groups in certain places, where you can go and try on slings, and you can get a feel for them. You can basically wear like a doll or your own child if you're looking to buy one, and you can, like, I think you can rent it out. Yeah, it's like a library, so you can rent the sling out and see how you get on with it, and then you can either buy it from the Sling library or like through them, like I think you buy it with them and they will order one for you, or you can obviously go off and buy it wherever you want, Motherhood, Amazon, wherever you buy it from. I really wish I knew that information before we bought one or we even had the baby, because that just would have made everything 10 times more easier. So next time I am definitely going to be doing that. Something else that I wish that I had bought and I will be buying next time is zip up onesies. We did have one or two of these from John Lewis and I didn't really think anything of it. I think they might have been in a hamper. I can't remember if we actually bought them. I love these in the middle of the night, you know, when he's waking up every 2 hours for a feed. These were a godsend. But like I said, we only had one or two, so he was constantly in other like onesies which you used to do the poppers up. This was a nightmare. When you are sleep deprived, honestly, the zip ups are just a game changer. So next time I am 100% just buying the zip ups. I don't care how expensive they are. Honestly, when you are that sleep deprived and it is like 4 o'clock in the morning, you just want to get back into bed, you just want the feed to be done, you need your sleep, you just want to zip up that onesie. So I am definitely going to be buying those next time. Still on the zip kind of theme, I really like the zip up kind of swaddles. There's a lot of controversy around a swaddle. Didier loved being swaddled, really worked for us, calmed him down. We used muslins, we used blanket. These were a lifesaver, and I've also seen little zip up ones where it's just basically like a little sack and you can put them in. Some of these have armholes, I think, but I really like the idea of those. They literally just lie there and they're all zipped up. So I think I'm definitely going to look into some of those next time. Along with Swaddling, I really want to get some nicer muslins. I was trying to budget when I was pregnant, and we just kind of bought whatever muslins we saw were kind of cheap. When I had a look at them, some of them they did range from, I'd say, £7 up. We just got given a lot in hampers from family and friends. I think we bought some from TK Maxx, and I think my mum bought us like a load from Aldi's, some like ones with funky patterns on. So we just made do with them really. I think I saw an advert on Instagram, Aiden and I, and they're beautiful, beautiful blanket. I went to buy one, and I thought I already had all these other muslins, and I just thought there's no point in me spending that money on this muslin when I've already got all of these. All he's going to do is throw up in it. Now looking back, I actually really wish that I had spent a bit of money on some more nicer quality muslins. You are going to be using these up until your baby is around 5 months. Didier is now 9 months, and we've not touched a muslin in a good couple of months. But in the beginning, they are literally all you use every day. We didn't particularly have a problem with ours when it came to washing, but I really do wish that we'd got some that were thicker, because the muslins we had were just quite thin. I will definitely next time be buying some thicker, more quality and durable ones, and also bigger ones. We just got your kind of standard square ones, and I actually want a kind of blanket muslin swaddle. So the muslins that are kind of big enough to swaddle, because they can just be used for everything, to put over as a shade, over the legs or over the top of the pram. A blanket, you name it, the muslins are just great for everything. So next time I think I will definitely be just investing in some more quality and thicker ones. Next thing I will definitely be buying is the Next to Me cribs. Now when we were looking into these, we just didn't really think that we needed it. We just bought a Moses basket from Motherhood for around £50. I didn't really see the point in these cribs. I just thought they were expensive, and I just thought a Moses basket would just do the trick. And it did, I'm not gonna lie, it really did. But in the very beginning, I wished every day that I had bought one of the kind of snooze pods. I know there's lots of different names. There's the snooze pods, are they? The Chico Next to Me's. I'm not kind of fussed about design. I have seen ones that rock. I just like the idea that they are next to your mattress, and that it zips down and the baby is next to you. When Didier was first born, in the bubble of like those first 7 days, Didier, he did not want to be put down. He did not want to be put in the Moses basket. This was at night. In the day, he was fine. He did not mind being put in his little chair, didn't mind wherever he was. He wasn't bothered. He used to sleep in his crib in the nursery. But at night time, after a feed, he would not go into his basket. I don't know if that's because obviously he had a feed and he had just been sat on me, on my chest, and he had that warmth, but we just could not get him into the Moses basket. And I was absolutely terrified. I was losing even more sleep, because the only way that I could do it was basically to lie on my side and breastfeed him, and I would basically just fall asleep. And I used to wake up in a panic, in a cold sweat, because of course I did not really want to be co-sleeping, and I was terrified of this. He was okay, absolutely fine. As long as he was next to me, he was fine. So I will definitely be purchasing one of these cribs, because for me, hopefully, maybe we might not even need it. The next baby might not even be like that. They probably might be fine in the Moses basket, but I actually want a few children, quite a few. I would like 3 or 4 children. So to me, it's like kind of making that investment, and as long as, you know, the baby's benefiting and I'm benefiting, then I don't mind spending my money in that way. Something that I bought, I did not do a lot of research into it. I bought a high chair, and it was a lovely high chair. I think it was £120, and we bought it in the sale down to £60. It was a lovely Joey starry high chair, all kind of like fabric, and I loved it. Didier loved it, had no problem with it. Now we are a good 5 months into using this high chair, and I hate it. There is nothing more on this earth that I hate than cleaning this high chair. Lots of people recommended to me the IKEA high chair, and that's like £15, and I just thought, oh, I don't like those, because kind of like the ones that you get in a cafe. I don't like that it's hard and not comfy. I just thought I don't really want my baby sitting in that while they're eating. It just doesn't look comfortable. I wouldn't want to sit in that. I want something cushioned. I just thought that this would be the best idea. How I wish I'd bought that £15 IKEA chair. You literally just take it apart, you wipe it down, it's all plastic. I wish that I had bought that. My Joey high chair is just a nightmare to clean. Basically, there are lots of folds in it. There's lots of hidden places where food can creep into. There is basically on the seat where he sits down, there's a big flap which you open to pull up a handle to fold the chair down. That was what I was looking into most of all. I wanted a chair that you could basically collapse so I could put it down. That was what I looked into. I don't know why, because basically there was no point putting the high chair away because it is so highly used. I don't know why that was number one on my mind. Basically, I just wanted a high chair that I could fold and get out of the way when it is something that is constantly in use. I don't know why I thought of that. But yeah, now it is just constantly in the way because it's so big and it's just impossible and hard to clean and it's gross. The fabric straps just get disgusting. And like I said, there was just so many pockets and crevices and folds for food to get into. So I'm thinking of actually giving this a really good clean and maybe just selling it and buying an IKEA one. Another thing I wish that I had bought and I didn't really get around to buying was a bath thermometer. I kind of looked into this and loads of people were like, it's just not something you need. Kind of like a waste of money. But looking back, I actually really wish that we had got one of these. In the early days, bathing is quite scary concept. I loved it. Didier loved his baths. But for me, I think because I was so paranoid about it being too hot, that I actually made it a bit too cold and it would get too cold too quick. And then we'd obviously fill it up with a little bit more warmer water, and then I just get very scared that it was hot water going into the cold bath. Just for peace of mind, I really wish I had bought a bath thermometer. I've just seen them like from Tommy Tippy in Boots, but then the little flower floating, just to give you a peace of mind. Also, we had a lot of family members coming in to help, so even to give them a peace of mind, to put that in there and I could just tell them what number to look out for. I think I will definitely be purchasing that next time. So I mentioned this in my other video. I've done a video on the things that I did not buy, that I didn't really want to buy, and some of the things that I didn't get around to buying. I've made that video. I will link it down below. Something that I did not buy, and in that video I admitted I have no idea why I didn't do it. It's so ridiculous when you think about it. I knew that I wanted to breastfeed, and I did not buy a breastfeeding cover. I did not buy proper nursing bras or nursing tops, and I lasted 2 weeks breastfeeding and I hated myself for doing that. I just got very uncomfortable. I mentioned in the video that I had a lot of family members coming to visit me. I had stepdads, uncles. They, like I said, they weren't bothered by it. No one made me feel uncomfortable. It was all me. I just did not feel comfortable. The people were very courteous. They looked away. My friends and family, they left the room. I left the room. But I don't know, I just felt very awkward and uncomfortable because I did not have the proper gear. Next time I want to try and breastfeed for as long as I can, ideally until my baby gets teeth, then I'm going to stop. I would want to give it a really good go next time, and I just want to be better equipped. So I want to buy a nice nursing cover, invest in some proper nursing bras, and also some nice kind of like nursing tops that I would actually want to wear. And to round off my list of things that I will definitely be buying, I really want to buy some of the Monochromatic toys for when they are very young. Obviously when they're first born, the babies, they can only kind of see black and white things. So we literally just had a tiny little book from the health visitor with lots of monochrome patterns in it, and that was it. I've since seen toys from all the baby toy brands, cubes, little rattles, books, like the felt kind of fabric books, the baby mats, all with these monochromatic toys. These kind of things are ideal for when you're doing tummy time and just sitting and playing with them and like holding your baby, bonding with them, reading to them. These are ideal, and I just feel like we did not have enough of that. So these kinds of toys really hold their attention. They kind of make your baby more aware because they are are noticing these patterns. So instead of just staring off into like a grey corner of the room, they could be focusing on these patterns. And next time I will definitely be stocking up on a few of those. So this part of the video, I'm going to go into a few of the things that I want to buy, that some of these things are quite expensive, that I could kind of live without, but things that I definitely really would like to buy. First up is the Doona Buggy Car Seat. This was something that I found after I was pregnant, and at the time we did not need to buy this because we didn't have a car. We were living right in the middle of a city centre in Chester. I really like the idea of this Doona Buggy Car Seat. It's basically a car seat on wheels. I think it's the only make where they do this, and I just love the idea of it. This is just so handy. When your baby is a newborn, to just take it straight out of the car, just walk around quickly somewhere, it's ideal. And from the reviews that I have watched, some people have said that it's lovely, but babies outgrew it kind of quickly. It was just something they could have lived without. Other people who I have found reviewing it have actually said that they really appreciated it when they had other children. For example, if they had older children in school, that this pram was ideal because when they were going to pick them up from school, they could literally just whip the baby out of the car seat and that was it. And I really like that idea for the next baby. Something else that I have found via YouTube is the LV breast pump. It's basically the world's first cordless and soundless breast pump. I saw this via Simply Ali's channel. She did a video, I think it was an ad, and basically she's cleaning her house. She's renowned for doing lots of cleaning videos, and she was cleaning her house and then she stopped, sat down, and she wanted to talk about the pump. She literally just took it out of her bra there and then, and I was like, what? She was like, I've been pumping this whole time. She's like hoovering, she's mopping, she's dusting, and I was 100% sold. When I was breastfeeding, I just used a handheld pump that came with my Tommy Tippy sterilising kit. I hated it. It was uncomfortable. It was, in a way, even though it shouldn't be, I felt a little bit degraded with it. And then I borrowed one from the hospital, the electric one, and that was even worse. I preferred the handheld pumping one to the electronic one because I just felt like a cow. I felt like a cow being hooked up to a machine, and loads of people, please don't be offended watching this, I know that is completely normal and natural. I have nothing against that. But loads of people need to do this when they go back to work, and I completely understand it. Some people have a real flow and rhythm with it, other people are terrified of it. I fall into the latter category. For me, I hated it. It was just, especially when my husband was there, he did not make me feel uncomfortable. He encouraged me, he helped me, but it just wasn't for me. So the LV pump really stood out to me, and I have said that next time I will 100% be buying one of those pumps next time. Another thing that I probably don't necessarily need, but for next time I would actually quite like, is a kind of bouncer or a moving chair. When we were expecting Didier, we just had a quick look around on the Mothercare site. We had a quick look at what we knew that we would need, and we just settled for a little chair. It had like an arch of dangling sheep and like to distract them. It had a music box, and it basically just had a button for varying degrees of vibration. We did not have a problem with this. He was able to sit in this up until about 4 or 5 months, and then he started to lean forward, so I stopped putting him into it. For me, I really wish that we had maybe taken the time to do some research and kind of invest in one that was probably a little bit more better quality wise, that would last for all the other babies. We are going to have something that would actually keep him entertained. The vibrations didn't really do anything, so in the first few days it was ideal because all he did was sleep. So I'd say the first month, yeah, he would just kind of drift off in it, and he would just sit in it. As the weeks and the months went on, he was just sat there. Unless you gave him a toy, he wasn't interested. He didn't really want to be in it. He didn't mind being in it, but he didn't scream to get out. But you could see that he was just not kind of entertained enough. So next time I think I would look into the kind of bouncers slash swingers that you get. I don't know any kind of particular brand. I've still not done any kind of research into it, but I like the ones that you can put him into and either swivels. I've seen a really nice one, a Nuna Leaf in John Lewis, and then there was another one which literally is a swing. You put him in like the chair and it just rocks, and I really wish that we'd got something like that. So next time we are definitely going to be looking into that. So guys, that is the end of this video. I know it's kind of long-winded, but I just wanted to put my thoughts out there, the things that I really wish that I had got leading up to his birth. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please help support my channel and give this video a like. I would love it if you could stay around and subscribe if you like this kind of content, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.